If you've been working with Wireshark for a while, you've probably already hit the exclamation point ! hell, the spot where it doesn't work with some field names, and those would be aliases and combo fields. So let's talk about what that issue is about and what's changed as of Wireshark version 3.6. All right, so this one plagued people for years and years since Wireshark was ethereal. This idea that you could not use the exclamation point ! with a combo or an alias field. So what are combo or alias fields? Well, IP.addr is one of them, and it's one of the most popular display filters used in Wireshark. This is not an actual field inside of any frame. Instead, this field name will look at two fields. It will look at the IP.src field, and it will look at the IP.dst field. So it'll look at two different fields at one time. And it's really nice to use because when you're looking at traffic going to or from a specific address, you can simply say IP.addr == 5.5.5.5, and you can find any traffic to or from that address. TCP.port is another alias, and UDP.port is another alias, looking at both source and destination fields. Before version 3.6, if you had applied this filter, IP.addr not equal to 5.5.5.5, you want to get that traffic out of your view, it didn't do anything, and that's because of the interpretation that it used to use. The interpretation of this filter right here is IP.src not equal to 5.5.5.5 or IP.dst not equal to 5.5.5.5. And when you have that OR operator, you only have to match one side of the operator. So if I saw traffic going from 5.5.5.5 to 6.6.6.6, this would show up. I would see it because the destination is not 5.5.5.5. It would match one side of my filter. If the traffic was going in the opposite direction from 6.6.6.6, it would show up because the source is not 5.5.5.5. So you would not get rid of any traffic using this filter. The correct syntax for this would be not IP.addr == 5.5.5.5. That's how you have learned to do this filter up until you hit Wireshark version 3.6. In 3.6, things change. There are a lot of changes that are coming up to the display filters, and you may want to take a look at the tech tips dealing with the Wireshark version 4 updates to see some other changes to the display filtering system. Now, as of version 3.6, this does work as you would think it would, because now the interpretation would be IP.src not equal to 5.5.5 and the IP destination DST not equal to 5.5.5.5. So if we look at this traffic right here, the destination is not equal to 5.5.5.5, but the source is equal to 5.5.5.5. So this would be knocked out because of this. You have to match both sides of the AND operator in order for the packet to be shown. Same thing with the traffic going in the opposite direction. You would have this issue because the destination is 5.5.5.5. So it feels like a very simple change, but you have to be careful if you have any profiles that may have the old syntax. You're still using something like this in an old profile. You're going to have to update that profile, make sure that any saved display filters using this old syntax have been updated to the new format. When you get to 3.6, you can actually use this format now.